This is the Deathsphere 13, and welcome to another episode. Well, I guess I won't say another episode, but welcome to a bit of a channel update. And I have some bad news, I have some good news-ish kind of stuff, and then of course, I have, the usual requests that I have. So first off, YouTube during the winter. I do seasonal work, so my local ice arena I'm employed at. And during the winter, it actually kicks up quite a lot. And with being 18, being out of school, technically I have more time, but at the same token, on the other side of that coin, I don't. Because I have laundry, which actually I still need to do, mowing the yard, and when the snow starts flying, I have to shovel the driveway, and quite possibly the sidewalk because my brother doesn't do anything. And a whole bunch of other chores that I now have because I'm at home. And when I'm not at home, I'm either out enjoying spending time with the people I care about, like friends, family, and whatnot, or I'm at work. So on one hand, yeah, I'm out of school and I can be home all day, but at the same time, I don't have as much time to play video games because of how the situation I'm in kind of goes. Which is a bit unfortunate, but it's just how it's going to be, and to be honest, I wasn't doing as much YouTube as I wanted to anyway. Over the summer, I only got Monday through Friday, at best. Sometimes it would be Monday through Friday one week, next week I was gone on vacation and I couldn't do anything about it. I couldn't argue my way out of it, and then the next week it was Monday through Friday, and so on and so forth. And I wanted it every single day. Unfortunately, with, me having to do my own chores for my little brother, having to help out with stuff, and allowing time, like, maybe 1 or 2 days, well, 1 day a week, and every month I would, have a Wednesday or Thursday for myself, as well, to spend with family, friends, and not just game for the fun of it. And the way all that ended up working out was pretty decent, I would say. I mean, it was a lot better than the maybe once every 2 months that I used to do before this last summer, but it wasn't as much as I wanted to, and that's because I didn't ever get enough gameplay. Yeah, 1 week I did 2 every day, which fun but stressful, and I really enjoyed that. I mean, yeah, I could have done Monday through Friday and just stockpiled and kept going, trying to get 5, and still have at least 2 left over somewhere, and maybe sometimes get 6, sometimes get an entire week of 7, sometimes get 14, and just keep stockpiling those videos up. But I wanted to do something different, and I quite enjoyed 2 videos Monday through Friday, every single day. And that kind of brings me into, I guess you could say, my second point, which is the replays. Now, I haven't checked my replays email account recently, and that's because I don't get them as often as I would like. I mean, for anyone watching this, I don't normally play War Thunder, and the reason I don't is because they tend to be either really, really long, drawn-out games, or I die within the first couple of seconds. So that's something to consider. But when it comes to replays, you guys are better than me, and I love to show off you guys' replays. Yes, was a point in time where I couldn't, because it was update this, update that, update this, update that, and I was upset that I couldn't actually record the replays that had been sent in to me because of the micro patches World of Tanks has had. But since then, I haven't really gotten any replays, and I'm a bit going, oh, I really do want to see more replays because you guys are amazing. A lot better than me. You guys could, if it was a teamed event where it was you guys and me, I would be the first one to go on the team. I mean, that's how poor I play World of Tanks. And yes, occasionally I get lucky and have a good game, but on average, I'm not a good player. So, kind of a heads up, send your guys' replays into the email down in the description. World of Tanks, World of Warships, if you have the screenshots of the post-battle results for World of Warships, since it's not officially supported, like World of Tanks isn't officially supported, but... And... kind of going into now, I guess, something else is my Twitch. Now, I'm probably going to be doing Twitch a lot more than my YouTube. And the reason for that is Twitch is a lot easier to access. It doesn't require editing. It doesn't require rendering. It doesn't require an upload that takes anywhere from half hour to 2.5 hours. Well, I can't use the internet. No one in my house can when I upload for YouTube. And it's just a lot easier to go, I think I'll do some live streaming. Click it on, load up a game, and just go for 3 hours. Get some gameplay for YouTube later on, record that, and the reason I don't normally do Twitch as much is I spent most of my time on YouTube. I would, without a doubt in my mind, be more concerned about, will I get another video for the next week, over do I have a schedule for Twitch. And the reason for that is, over about the course of 3 hours, I might get 2, 3 replays. Play a little bit off on my off time, get the other 2, and there goes 5. Well, every day that I wasn't spent playing a video game, and I wasn't live streaming, I was recording, editing, rendering, uploading, adding annotations, and scheduling it for Facebook, YouTube, and I don't think there's a Facebook thing, well, a Facebook thing, scheduling ability for Twitter, which, by the way, I also have one of those now. And there's just so many things where YouTube is extremely time consuming. If I had a better computer to render faster, or a better computer so I can, or I guess a better internet connection, so I can play at the same time that I render, that would be great. Part of me wants to go back to quote-unquote live recording, but I have Twitch for that. I could easily just, again, load up Twitch, load up OBS, start the game. Well, I guess not necessarily in that order, but like, bring up Twitch, get the chat ready, bring up the game, start OBS, post it on Facebook, Twitter, and every once in a while, again, YouTube takes quite a bit of time compared to the others, and go from there. So, what I'll probably end up doing over the winter is quite a bit more Twitch. I'm gonna let my YouTube slide. I'm going to see, okay, I've done YouTube for a while, maybe Twitch will be just a little bit better. So, if you're in one of those awkward time zones, where, for me, it may be 3 o'clock in the morning. Well, not in the morning, in the afternoon. 3 o'clock in the afternoon, my bad. And for you, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Or, to go along with my little mispronunciation of words, it's 2 o'clock, well, yeah, I've already said 2 o'clock, but it's like 3 o'clock in the morning for you, when I start live streaming. I know it's going to be awkward, but I'm gonna try Twitch, since I now have the choice of either cramming every second, removing personal time, and cramming every single second towards YouTube to do maybe 3 videos a week. Or possibly getting 3 live streams, maybe 4 live streams a week. And I spent most of Monday, Tuesday of this week thinking about that. What would I most likely be able to do? And I really do think Twitch is probably where I'll have to go, at least for the winter. When summer comes back around, if I have the time, I will pick up on YouTube and probably let Twitch slide a little bit. But I'm not going to be able to get a schedule out. So if you want to keep up to date with, my live streams, follow Twitter, follow Facebook, subscribe. I'll most likely be doing a video update saying, hey, going live on Twitch. But I won't be uploading to YouTube as often. And part of that is because of, like I was saying earlier, how long it takes to get a YouTube video done. And as much as I wish it was, play a video game, record it, put it up on YouTube, and then you get 1 million subscribers. It doesn't work like that. I mean, when YouTube first came out, yeah, I probably could have gotten away with that, but YouTube's not new. YouTube is probably at its peak. It is ingrained as a staple of the internet. Meaning, everyone could play a video game, record the, World of Tanks, for example, record a replay, no commentary, nothing, just straight record, upload it onto YouTube. And early on, that probably would have gotten quite a bit of views. Nowadays, not so much. Which is really unfortunate, but at the same time, it just means that not everyone can do it. And I respect that. Because if anyone could do it, you could quite possibly get someone who doesn't want to do anything, uploads again, back to how I originally was doing YouTube, 1 video every 3 months. And because that's the only place on YouTube to see, for example, World of Tanks, their subscriber and viewing goes through the roof. But it's not like that anymore. You have to be cunning, you have to have lots of editing done, and, well, a relative amount of editing done. And there's just a few things that could go horribly wrong with that. I mean, back on that 1 week where I had to do videos Monday through Friday, my worst enemy wasn't getting the replays. No, I had the replays in line, and I was planning on having the next 7 videos, well, next 5 videos go out the next week, and use that time to have just a slight bit more personal space and whatnot. But I decided, you know what, I'm going to try this. And the recording went fine. I could record the gameplay all I wanted, no problems. I could upload, all fine, no problems. The problem was with the editor and the editing. If I went too fancy, I would spend days. There were quite a few times where I went, well, maybe I should add some overlays. And then I remembered, oh yeah, I don't actually have time for that. And I would try to save what I had done, just in case the editor crashed. And by saving it, I caused the editor to crash. Yeah, that was not a fun experience. But it definitely could have been worse. I mean, it could have been where I couldn't get 1 video out that week. Or something like that. So towards the end, the videos for that 2 every single day, you can tell I am exhausted. I am fed up with crashes and this and that not working. And it was just outright annoying to deal with. something that I wouldn't have to deal with Twitch. But, like I was saying, I'm not the greatest player. And being as small as I am on YouTube, on Twitch, the comment section and the Twitch on chat, I guess it would be, is pretty barren. There's not a lot of people there. And that keeps people from staying, which means there's nobody in there for when somebody else shows up. Which is a bit unfortunate how that works, but there's really only you guys that I can rely on for that. Because yes, I do all this for fun. It's not like, oh, I have to have 3 Twitch live streams a week and 2 videos 7 days a week because I get paid to do so. No, I do this for fun. And I love to do this for fun. It's my hobby, if you want to say that. Some guys throw a football, some guys talk about football, some guys play hockey, some guys play soccer, rugby, Quidditch. What, Quidditch? Harry Potter, get off my mind. The one game where it's kind of like, I guess, baseball, except it's an underhand swing with like a paddle. I don't remember the name of that sport, but it's British. And that's what some people do for fun. Some people just play video games for fun. Well, I'm not good enough at video games to play them for fun, so I throw in a bit of YouTube, a bit of Twitch, because yes, on my own I could herp-a-derp my way around and probably do decent, but I don't want to stop at decent. I want to get good at these games. I want to get to the point to where I can actually reliably say, this is how personally I play tank and find it the most effective, and it be the quintessential effective way to play that tank. But I'm not there. And it's got nothing to do with how, you know, people present the game to me. It's how I play the game. Which, there's nothing wrong in being average, being okay, being good. But I feel like when I'm playing a game and the team that I am on loses, it's my fault. I feel like I am the one responsible for the loss of that team. And it might not be my fault, but I feel like there's always more that I could learn, more that I could have done in anything I do. Especially in games, because there's not much of a risk to me to stick my neck out a little bit and maybe take a hit for someone. And that's kind of my problem with it, is I have a hard time recognizing when to take a hit for someone and when not to, how to angle armor effectively, and when to play for myself, when to let one entire side of the map just get dropped to the enemy team, because I'd get annihilated if I was over there, the team would get annihilated if I was over there. So it doesn't matter at that point, at least from what I see and my understanding of the game. Now, there's always a good thing where, yeah, if you play for yourself, if you die and you lose, you can only blame yourself. Well, when playing as a team, I have a hard time, and I'm pretty sure my clanmates will attest to this, I sometimes have a hard time of exactly understanding, okay, I go in and take the fight to them, or I stay back, I dance around, I draw them out, and let my teammates deal with them. I feel like I have to shoulder the responsibility of every game I play on myself, which, not a good thing to do. You want some of your stuff to go to your teammates. I mean, that's why they're there. It's not a 1v1 at any point in time. Well, it shouldn't, at least. But I feel like I'm the reason my team loses, and most of the time, I probably could have done better. Instead of going out and getting rushed, I could have stayed back with the rest of my team and probably could have weathered out the storm and did okay. But sometimes it's like you've seen them, especially in World of Tanks. So the entire team just goes one way. On Emeralds, everyone goes up to the hill, or everyone goes down to the train tracks on Ensk. Or you know what I'm talking about at this point. Well, the entire team just goes to one spot, and you're sitting there going, guys, yeah, we're gonna crush this side, but we're gonna lose the base, come back, and get crushed ourselves. So, at least for me, in my thought process of, there at least needs to be a speed bump over here. I go the way no one else goes. They don't know who's all there until, the people with X3M go, okay, he's alone, and just charge me, and the inevitable death that I have ensues. But then it's not. My team goes, maybe loses 3 tanks on that one side, crushes everyone over there, turns back, defends base, maybe loses 3 more. They've lost 4. So when they come back to face them, they're not 3 down, they're 4 down. And it's hard to figure out the correct action there, because if both teams go to the same exact area, and you're that oddball out, well, you could easily go, put pressure on their cap, force some of them to come back, so it's now an unfair fight for the ones remaining. Get the ones remaining on the enemy team fighting the lemming train of your team get crushed, while the ones who came back crush you. They turn to go face your team again, and they get crushed themselves. It's a whole constant battle tactics, and I'm not the best person for that. I fully admit I'm not the best person for that. But at the same time, and ignore my Steam there, it just random stuff, don't worry about it. And it just seems like I'm the reason, like I've said earlier, I'm the reason why the team loses. But never am I the reason the team wins. And it's a weird feeling to think of it like that, where yes, I'm the reason the team lost because I could have done this better, could have done this better, I could have done this better. But then when the team wins, it's not me. It's not me who's carried the team. It's not me who has done something to ensure victory. I'm just there to kind of support. And as much as I would love to say, hey, I carried the team, I haven't. I don't think I ever have. And if it gets to that point, that team was screwed in the first place. And that's the kind of reasoning that I end up going through. It's never my fault for winning. It's my fault for losing. And that's why I put so much pressure on myself, especially in World of Tanks, where I've been playing the game for 3 years. I should at least do pretty decent. Well, I do have a decent reputation. I'm not the greatest yet. And I have these unrealistic expectations for myself in World of Tanks. So in a game like War Thunder, I don't care. I don't care if the team loses. It's complete RNG to me. I could do this and the team will lose, and I could do the same thing and the team could win. Who cares? In War Thunder, it's a lot more, I do my good, and if everyone does at least my good, it'll be okay. But if it comes to it, and it's just me, oh, the team was screwed. And you'll actually see it in this War Thunder replay, but World of Tanks, it's much more, I should know what to do in this situation. I should know how to react, or how to do this and how to do that, and you'll see it every now and again. I'll do okay with it, but most of the time I'm just not doing the greatest. I'm making mistakes that I shouldn't. I'm rushing out and putting pressure on my teammates because I thought I could get away with something. And there's a few ways to learn. Go on YouTube, watch tutorials, or watch good players. Quickie Baby, there's a reason why I'm subscribed to him. Zircon, there's a reason why I watch him on Twitch. There's a few others, but it's all down to how you become to interpret something. The way the human mind works is, we see something and we figure out, how do we not have this bad thing happen again? Not, how do I make this good thing happen? How do we keep the bad things from happening? So, I watch a ton of Quickie Baby's videos. I tune in to as many Zircon and Quickie Baby live streams as I can, but that's only half the stuff. I'm slowly getting better. How do I know I'm getting better? I'm not dying immediately at tier 6 because I'm starting to understand how to play the game. I'm actually able to play light tanks, at least to some degree. And I feel like the more World of Tanks I watch, the more World of Tanks the more World of Tanks I eat, sleep, and breathe, the better at it I become. And I treat World of Tanks more like a profession, because I've played it for so long, I should know what to do. I've tried to play it seriously for so long, I should know better. And that could always make me make the wrong decisions, which I'm coming to the expectation of, you know, maybe I should just But I definitely could be doing worse. I could be playing like when I first started YouTube. And I think everyone can agree, nobody wants to see that a lot any more than they already have to. But you guys are amazing at most of the games you play. You guys never send me any bad replays. At least for the ones that I could see. And I really do wish I could get more of you guys' replays because they're phenomenal. Absolutely brilliant, but I can't really... How do I put this again? I say again because I've already said it. It's, with my seasonal job, I can't just dedicate so much of my time to YouTube. Meaning, any replays you guys send in to me are probably the replays that will be uploaded. Rarely will I be able to put a replay of my own up, because I'd be more interested in Twitch, putting more time into that. So, oh, and another thing for Twitch, I got this neat little program called Ultimate Twitch Bot. It's like a Nightbot or MooBot, except I have control over it. I can make commands for it. There's a few things like drawings and whatnot that are pre-programmed into it, which I do want to see how that all works. And in-stream currency for trying to figure all sorts of stuff out. And I feel like it's going to be a good thing. So, quick promotion towards the end of the video. Twitch, if you haven't heard of it, well, at least if you haven't seen mine, down in the description. I'm going to be trying to get more Twitch live streams out, because it's going to be a lot easier than YouTube. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. YouTube takes a long time. It's a lot of dedication, which with my winter job I don't have. And as much as I would love to have a schedule for Twitch, again, seasonal, part-time, I'm never going to have an exact every single week I have this schedule which I can work my Twitch around. So I'm just going to be giving more of a emphasis to Twitch and kind of pushing more on that. So if you're looking at my YouTube channel going, man, this is Bear, this is Baron, this is the newest video he has, and it was a couple weeks ago, what in the world's going on? And you've made it this far through the video, just check into my Twitch, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, because I'll give updates for my Twitch on there, Facebook's a mixture of update on Twitter and Twitch, just that way you know. So, yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to this next year, this winter season that I have, to see how I adapt to having Twitch and YouTube and my job all at once. And still growing, hopefully, in YouTube and Twitch. Because, yes, I do this for fun, but I'd rather do it for a living, because I have so much fun with it. And it may not seem like it at times, but is everyone constantly playing video games and going, oh boy, this is fun? No, there are times when you get mad at the game and you have to take a quick break. And sometimes that would transfer over into my YouTube videos. And you'll probably see it a lot in Twitch, where I'm sitting there going, what did I do wrong? And, by the way, in the World of Warships replay, that guy, I say guy in quotations, that I looked at, that's still in spawn, that's a bot. That's my only support for the rest of this game. Oh yeah, and by the way, did I mention they have aircraft with bombs? Yeah, I'm not gonna go through this, but I always try to do my best. I always will. And if my best isn't enough, whoop-de-doo. But I want to get better at World of Tanks. I don't want to be the liability on my team. I want to get good at YouTube. I want to get good at Twitch. And those are the kind of goals I have. It's not a, oh, by this time I want to have 100 subscribers on YouTube and 100 followers on Twitch. That's not the kind of goals I set. I set the goals of, is this entertaining? And I know that's general, but it's a lot better than pressing for 100 subscribers on YouTube, constantly going, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. And I know it's a bit unorthodox, but that's just kind of how I roll. And if any of you out there going, well, what are your goals? Well, hopefully within about 5 years I have about 100 subscribers. And if I have more than that, I'll be happy. But small channels like me can't do giveaways. There's no way we could. I mean, I don't have the income to. I just got out of high school, for Pete's sake. There's not much I could do to make this any better. But anyway, this has been the Desphere 13. If you enjoyed the video, please check out some of my other stuff. I'm not going to be able to keep up with YouTube, as I've stated earlier. And just follow me on Twitch. It's going to be a lot easier to do. At least for me, and it's probably going to be a lot easier for you guys. And if you're not sure when I go live on Twitch, just follow me on Facebook and Twitter. That's always a good place to find an update for it. Facebook especially, because that's when I'll kind of give a heads up on YouTube videos as well. So this has been the Desphere 13. I really do hope that I can eventually get to the point where YouTube is a full-time job and I can make a little side money off of Twitch, but you never know. And just in case you're wondering, I decided to stay for the rest of the game because I knew that this would be a bot. So yeah, this is what people will do when they're not good and don't care for the game. But anyway, this has been the Desphere 13. I hope you enjoy your week. I hope you enjoy, I guess, the month and so on and so forth. Hopefully I can get Twitch up and running quite a lot more than I have. But anyway, this has been the Despair 13, signing off. Bye.